Yo, yo, what's good? What's good? We are live. We are live. Had a few health concerns in my family and a death in the family as well. So been out the way, but I've been waiting to I could share my thoughts with you guys in regards to how we did this week. I'll let a few of you, load up and get in here first before I start running my mouth. You know how I am. It's like 80 y'all in here now. The blind man does see for a second. I'm gonna still be squinting though. What's up, DL? What's up, Pat? How y'all, man? Yo, yo. I'm uh I'm cold chilling, man. I appreciate y'all should support, and I know I jump on randomly, but how y'all feel, man? How y'all feel? I know y'all gotta feel good about this game, man. There's no doubt about it. Sup, yerp. What you know about yerp? What you know about yerp? That's a Philly joint. Yerp. That's a Philly joint right there. We do that. What's up, big homie? What's up, ASAP Dollars? Trey Banks. What's up? What's up? All right. It's like 22 of y'all in here. Go ahead, hit that like button though. Make sure y'all get that cracking for me. And those of you who share it wherever you share it in groups or whatever, make sure you go out there and do that too while we on. But I'm gonna cover a few things. I'm not gonna be on for hours. I ain't gonna drag it out. I like to hit y'all with a couple of points and then get out the way. And then, for those who miss it, you guys can just catch up. There it go. I had the mic, I wasn't speaking into the mic. Pause. Um, the Rams game, man. What I've been saying. Anybody who follow me, y'all already know, right? I've been saying it. What we need to do is shove the ball down our opposition's throat. Keep doing it. Keep them off pace by pounding the rock. And force a few turnovers by being aggressive, not only on the defensive line. The defensive line was the only thing aggressive on this team for weeks. All I need is one mic. I hear you, Pat. I hear you, Pat. I feel you, man. All I need is one mic. But nah. We need to keep pounding the rock though. Like if we don't take it and take it two teams, then teams have time to expose us. And I feel like we've been doing that for one quarter for most of the season, and sometimes not even that. Sometimes we were getting our ass kicked in the first quarter, and then we start playing ball in the third or fourth quarter. Now we reversed that. We started playing hard in the first, and it just changed our day. And it's funny to me that Dak started looking like Dak of old. Started missing balls due to his finger being messed up, and we start playing like the Cowboys of old all of a sudden because we knew we couldn't lean on him getting us up and down the field. But hope he get better soon because we definitely gonna need that arm in the playoffs. That's no joke. Um, this is a Cowboy channel. Yeah, it's a Cowboy channel. Who you? He asked me like he don't know. At the end of the day, yeah, check my other videos out, bro. But at the end of the day, man, like the fact that we were able to dominate that way on all three phases of the game, it's a frustrating win just for the fact that we could have been did this, man. We could have did this a long time ago because this is what we knew our team was capable of. This is what we knew our offensive line was capable of, our defensive line, and so on. Everybody was playing well on all. Why are you here? He said, God, why are you here? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, check it out, check it out. Yeah, where did you come from? What is it, like a guitar channel? Like what you thought it was? I don't know. How did you get here? But yeah. Anyway, um, looking at the way we put that game together though, is like watching a student or a kid, or not trying to disrespect those guys. They're all grown men and they play hard. But I mean, it's like watching somebody that has full potential actually realize it. And I don't want to, say too much and get too excited here because we got a long way to go. And I do feel that we are going to kind of limp our way into the playoffs, maybe 9-7, 8-8, doesn't really matter. If we beat the Eagles this week, we can lose the last game and it won't make a difference. But I think that when you hit a streak at the right time, it does matter. Like I said, the Giants, they've done that twice. They sucked on their way into the playoffs, went to the Super Bowl. So I don't think the Super Bowl is out of the question. For a time, my frustration with Jason Garrett made me say, "Hey," and I know a lot of you agreed because a lot of you were saying it in my comments. But my frustrations with Jason Garrett just dictated that maybe I didn't even want to make the playoffs with this team because I didn't want Jason Garrett to be the benefactor of a playoff run. Let me know if you can hear me okay too. I just want to make sure that my sound is right. But yeah, I felt like we just wasn't right as a team, man. But now that we're in the playoff picture, in the playoff hunt, it's really something to think about. Like if we play the way we play versus the Rams, is this team a Super Bowl worthy team? Like, do you guys think that? You can go ahead and say that in the comments or whatever. But I feel like that that game was not, it was impressive, but it wasn't something unexpected by any of us. I think that anybody who follows me, anybody who follows in most of the YouTubers that break this stuff down, you see what we're capable of, and you saw what we were missing for all those weeks. But I want to definitely shout out a few of the players of the week before we get into any other storylines like Zeke's dad. He got servos walking around in backyards tearing cats up and shit like that. But um, the defense, like Lee definitely stepped up. I think Jordan Lewis has been stepping up for like the last 3-4 games, period. But Sean Lee gets a game ball, man. Shout out to Sean Lee, the general, Snake Lee, whatever y'all want to call him. Don't care. Just keep playing the way you're playing. Um, the way he kind of reinvigorated himself to me is what you need in leadership in any locker room. You want people to step up and hey, Pat, hey, ain't no fuck Philly. I'm in Philly, bro. Fuck the Eagles, fuck the Eagles. Nah, fuck Philly. I'm in Philly, bro. But yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, Sean Lee stepped up. He showed me a lot. I feel like that he on film. I've been watching this film today. He was always in the right place. He knew. You said he took some Adderall. He might have, man, because I haven't seen him play like that in a long time. That was throwback Sean Lee, like when he destroyed the Giants. He used to kill the Giants and kind of dominate games like that. So watching Sean Lee kind of reverse his age a little bit and play like he used to play was exciting, man. I love that. And then you already know offensively is Zeke. Um, I don't think that this team wants to win running the ball. I just don't think they do because it was just clear that this is the best we've ever. People say it. This is the best we've looked all year. This is the best we've played since before the Rams game last year. This is the best game we've played, and I would say we kicked a lot of bum teams' asses last year, like the Jags, and we beat down Miami this year. But this was one of the better wins that we've had in a long time. And I won't say the Rams are like world beaters. It's not like they're leading their division either. It's not San Fran or Seattle for that matter. But it's still a good win against a team that already proved that they can beat us because the Rams are really the cause of most of our frustration. Because if you look back to the Rams game, that's when we kind of got exposed and teams start playing us the way they play now, which is they, don't even bother blocking our defensive end on the backside of the play. And they let their tackle and guard and or center, whoever's free, kind of get to that second level. Because in this new scheme with Richard, especially the second year in, I think people kind of figured it out on film the end of last year. But in the Richard scheme, he has our linebackers playing pretty far off the ball, 7 to 9 yards on average off the ball. Well, he had them this game, he didn't. But when you do that, it's too easy for a lineman to get out there. It's just a lot of space and opportunity. Whereas if you're 5 yards off or 3 yards off, that linebacker can kind of see it, kind of read and react, and he's only asked to read what's in front of him. So I think they were playing a lot faster with Matt Eberflus. I think we miss Matt Eberflus a little bit when it comes to our linebackers because I don't think he would have them floating out in space. And if Darius Leonard is any testament to how well a linebackers play in his scheme, that shows it. Darius Leonard is like right now when I did the stats and I did a Jalen Smith not guilty. I have another Jalen Smith video coming out, the other half to that one. But when I did the stats for it, Jalen Smith is doing pretty well when it comes to tackles, forced fumbles as far as amongst his peers. Forced fumbles, he doesn't get any interceptions, but forced fumbles, tackles, sacks, he's up there with almost everybody except for Darius Leonard. So it was just funny that he was the only one that kind of like beat him out, and that his our old coach was the one coaching him to do so. So I like that, man. But if we can get on a streak right now, I think that the Cowboys definitely can beat. We can beat anybody. I don't think anybody wants to see us. We definitely are that dark horse, so to speak, that teams don't want to have to come up against and don't want to have to deal with. And I'm happy that we're peaking at the right time. It's better than peaking in the beginning of the season, and it was frustrating. And I don't say we're peaking because we got one win. It's not about the win. It's about the quality of the win and the way we went about doing it. It seems like we got rid of the selfish football and realized that it doesn't really make much sense to say, "Hey, this is a contract year for everybody, and everybody wants contracts." But nobody wants to win. You can't play. You can't get your contracts if the stat sheet is great, but the win loss record sucks. Like nobody's giving Dak the contract. Nobody's giving Coop the contract. If we were 10-0 right now, 10-1, 10-2, or we were leading in the division and the NFC right now, like San Fran is, or playing like the Saints or whatever, I think all those guys would have been paid already. It sucked that they had to wait that long. I agree, but I think the fact that we were kind of fumbling the ball when it comes to getting quality wins, I think that's what was making Jerry kind of hold off on making sure these guys were solidified. Make sure you guys hit that like button. And like I said, beyond that, I wanted to dig into Dak a little bit, man. Like I said in the beginning, it's funny that this was Dak's, I say, his worst game of the career of not career season. This is one of his worst games of the season, and Dak still managed to pull out a win and a convincing win. So that shows you a lot in regards to how powerful this team can really be if we're firing off on all cylinders. Because we weren't even firing off on all cylinders this game. Dak didn't play his better game. I think his fingers still messed up. He threw a lot of weird passes, but we still won convincingly. So if Dak can hit on the outside on a regular basis, the sky's the limit for what this team can do. He said, "What's up, Akoye, man? Your boy Brunson was real humble just now on Lost Stream. Oh, he up there? Ah, man, Brunson. I be wanting to debate with Brunson, but he's such he a cool dude. I can't really hate on the dude, man. So when we get on, it's like we gonna either talk football in general, but I don't really think we'll be debating because it's really nothing to debate about. He can't really talk. He can't talk shit right now because it's not like we the Seattle Seahawks and the 49ers where it's two good teams in the same division. And this is Bumbo. We about to have Bumbo next weekend. We about to hit the Eagles in the mouth, hopefully, and it's finish them off because it looked like they trying to get out of here, man. I don't think Carson Wentz and those guys really want to win. We were looking like we ain't want to win either, and I would have believed that if we would have came out and laid out another dud versus the Rams. I would have said, "Oh, we're playing to get somebody to fuck off this team," But uh, when it comes to Brunson though, like I think he's just a real dude. Like he a humble dude. He understand. Like what you gonna say? If he was talking shit now, I would think he was crazy. I would say he was more committed to his team than I definitely am because I ain't talking shit for you and trying to make you look good when you look like shit, man. It's just not gonna happen. But yeah, enough of that though. Enough of that, man. Um, what's that? Already the truth. Yeah, yeah, he a cool dude. He just he just fucked up. He was born in the wrong city. Fucked up and got used to losing. It happens sometimes. Like some of us like silver and blue. Some of us are 80s babies who were old enough in the 90s to watch, what winning looks like. Some of us were lucky enough to have been from Texas. Hey, who this? Kush Gupta say something about Malcolm Smith. Why are you saying it so many times though, bro? Probably because you gotta like say it like with like a different color. How y'all be putting them colors in there when you say AKOYE? Just put AKOYE and I'll see it, but don't flood the joint, man. I don't want to block you for that because it ain't really nothing. You ain't doing shit. But I got you. It's Malcolm Smith. I can't say anything about Malcolm Smith because I just found out like 20 minutes ago that we signed him. Once I do a breakdown on him, I'll be able to say something to you. But y'all already know, anybody who follow me, Kush and everybody else, I don't really say nothing about anybody unless I know the player, and I don't know the player yet. So once I know more about how he plays or whatever, then I'll do a breakdown on him real quick. It's probably coming today because I'm doing a game ball breakdown for Jordan Lewis, Sean Lee, and one for Zeke Elliott, and also Tony Pollard, because those are the two offensive players of the game. Defensive player of the game is Lee and Lewis. So you'll see those breakdowns coming out over the next 2 days, and then I'll do one for Malcolm Smith too. So if that's what you request, then that's what you're gonna get. Me just saying how I feel about him, I don't know. I don't know. I gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. Yeah, Pat, you've been a day one, but what y'all arguing about it here, man? Yeah, you've been day one. Y'all arguing Eagles and all that other shit. He said, "How about them Eagles? Yeah, them Eagles will get their ass whooped." Like I'm gonna be talking shit this week because if you let me beat you to put you out the playoffs, I need to be around some Eagles fans. So if y'all know any in the Philadelphia area who want to sit and get berated and shit talk to them this entire game, I'm all for it. I feel like the shits anyway. I done had a tough week, had some deaths in the family, shit like that. So I'm ready to talk some shit, man. I'm all good, man. But I'm ready to talk some shit. I feel like myself right now. And yeah, I already know the Eagles can't fuck with us, man. That is what it is. It is what it is. What's up, Eddie? I see you. You know I'm blind though, bro, and it's a lot of y'all talking in here, so I gotta like, all right, let me go and give some love to some of you guys because I know some of y'all be Eddie felt some type of way. I was like, yo, he hit me, and I'm like, yo, who this? I got a new phone though, bro. He's like, yo, I can't believe it because he had sent me all this, Peter bread and shit. We talked on the phone a couple times, but he thought I forgot about him. I was like, no, I just got a new phone, man. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal, bro. It ain't like that. Lord Brunson in here. What's up, brother? Matter of fact, what man, you got hit me. I think I got your number though. Let me see. I'm about to call you, bro. Let me see if I got your number. If not, inbox me real quick. But I think I got your number. Damn, my phone need to charge too. Guess I ain't calling you though, cause my phone need and you ain't in my phone. So I guess we'll set something up though. I don't want to stay on too long trying to figure that out. But yeah, we'll get on. We'll get on. What's up, Lord? Though I don't like calling you Lord because it's only one of those. I know you just got done law. They were saying you was humble on that, John. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's easy to be humble when you know you ain't got nothing to play for. Y'all ain't playing for nothing, man. Y'all don't want to go to the playoffs. What you gonna do in the playoffs anyway? Nothing. So there ain't no point in getting there, man. Ain't no point in that. Let me see. Did you inbox me real quick? Cause I was about to jump off, but I was about to do my shout outs and jump off. Let me see if you want it. Hold on. Go on my Instagram inbox real quick and drop your number. I'm gonna call you. My phone dying though, and I don't got my charger near me. It's all the way upstairs somewhere. Is this a charger? Oh, it's your lucky day. No, this ain't a charger. Not for me. Anyway, um, yeah, man. At the end of the day, I feel like the Eagles game is just a little icing on the cake. I know we're gonna get in there just for the fact that there's just not many there's not many players left on the Eagles roster offensively that scare me, man. I'm not scared of Sanders. I'm not scared of Wentz, the way Wentz been playing all year, man. Yeah, he said you was humble, man. Humble. See, I know you want to talk shit. Like, drop your number in my oh, you sent it. All right, I'm gonna go get a charger real quick. Y'all hold on, cause he sent it. Hold on a second. All right. My bad, people. Y'all love me. Y'all, yeah, not only did y'all stay on, but more people on now. So y'all must love me. I like that. All right, here we go. Let me know if y'all can hear him too.
Yo, yo,
Yo, what's good, man?
what's up with you? We on?
Yeah, we on. Let me know. Can y'all hear him? Hello.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear him? Oh, they say you sound good. All right, yeah, man. What's up, man?
I just got done with law. You know,
You got done with law.
little
Oh, I'm gonna tell him you was talking shit too. He said you got done with law. Like
nah,
you.
like that. You know,
He said I
I rock
got
with
done with
law.
him.
I rock with law. I rock with shit too. But
I
you know,
already know.
it's
I already know.
different. It's different kind of talks you can have with different kind of people. So me and you about to talk like this.
All
We
right,
gonna
let's
be
hear
on
it.
the
You
real
know,
level
I
right
got thick
here, bro.
skin, brother. You can say whatever you got to say. Let's go.
Y'all not listen. Y'all not about to leave out the link with no W. Not leaving out the link with no W.
I'm about to
Now,
Michael Jackson laugh at you, bud.
now
Like
listen,
you crazy,
y'all got some good ways where y'all can get it done. But don't be acting like y'all ain't 7-7 just like us.
dog. Our
Right?
7-7 and y'all 7-7 different though. It's
Oh yeah,
definitely
oh yeah.
it's
You
definitely
wanna know why? You wanna
yeah.
know why?
Cause
Our
y'all.
7-7 is because our quarterback had to put the team on his back and we got a
Oh
lot of
come
people on
on, man.
IR.
Y'all
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 7-7
quarterback
because
is in
y'all
Jacksonville,
overrated.
bro. Y'all best player is in Jacksonville backing up a backup. He backing up Minshew. That's y'all best quarterback. I don't know what you talking about. Y'all quarterback is
Y'all
trash.
y'all 7-7 because y'all can't beat teams that my quarterback beat.
Y'all
Y'all
lost to
can't beat the Bears.
Miami. You lost to
Y'all
Miami.
can't beat the
You lost to Miami, dog. They're trying to lose. That's the Jets just bums, but Miami is trying. They're trying to tank their season, and you still lost. They beat your ass too. It wasn't even like when we lost to the Jets. It was like, hey, some dumb shit happened. Y'all know y'all better than that. We played down to a low level. Y'all lost to Miami in a barn burner. But it was a barn burner, bro. It was a barn burner. No, against Miami. Y'all lost like 30. Wasn't it 37-31? They put up 37 on y'all, bro. Yo. It was a shootout because we got a bad defense. Yeah, because y'all suck. Fitzpatrick is not a bad quarterback. How people want to. Oh, come on. Would you take him? Would you take Fitzpatrick right now? To back up Wentz? Yeah, I would. The backup Wentz? I would take him. I would take him over Wentz right now. The way Wentz playing. Did y'all beat Aaron Rodgers? That's Aaron Rodgers. That's a different thing. He damn sure ain't. I think Fitzpatrick played. I think Fitzpatrick played better than Aaron Rodgers did though against us. Aaron Rodgers ain't put up no numbers against us. It was Aaron Jones that whooped our ass, not Rodgers. It was the wrong Aaron, brother. But Fitzpatrick whooped your ass by himself. We're the only team in Aaron Rodgers' career that beat him at Lambeau while he had a double-digit lead. Yo, those are joys. What you just said, that's like that second place trophy right there, right? That's a moral victory right there. Because only Eagles fans will remember stats like that. Because y'all gotta remember stats like that. It's an old habit, it die hard. Remember, bro, just remember. Y'all got a Super Bowl in the last 2 years. So you don't gotta come up with funky stats and fuzzy math, bro. Y'all could just say that. Just say we got a ring, and you can win this argument easy if you just say that. But when you start saying we're the only team in the last 27 games that kept Aaron Rodgers for. Y'all underrated and y'all can't beat no team with a spine. Oh man, that got a good football program. Okay, I've been saying that all year. So what else you got? I own that. So that's why you are where you are at. We got the same record as you guys with an understaffed team. Oh, y'all understaffed? Y'all was understaffed when y'all went to the Super Bowl too. You know why? But you know why y'all went? You want to know? I'm listening. Because y'all best quarterback name is Nick Foles. That's why. He the best. It matters. It matters. It matters, man. Like, listen. I would never say this before. Like, I swear, like last 3 years, would have never said it. I promise you I would have never said it. But what I'm about to say is going to hurt your feelings right now, man. Carson Wentz ain't better than Dak Prescott, bro. And that's saying something because he started off gunsling. He was killing. Carson Wentz ain't better than Dak Prescott, bro. That's why you're having problems right now. Because the tape caught up to Dak too. But the tape caught up to y'all, and Carson never evolved. He's still Carson of old. Dak has evolved a little bit. So the tape caught up to him, but he's different. He got fumbleitis. He got fumbleitis. He got bumbleitis. All his wide receivers is bums. He's a bum. He's scared. He kind of skittish. He don't skittish. I mean, he don't really want to run like he used to run, and I don't blame him. He tore his ACL. I'm being fair. Okay. So with trash wide receivers and the Eagles dropping 10 touchdown passes on record, 10 touchdown passes this year. Number 7 in touchdown passes. Oh, Dak Prescott only got one more touchdown pass to Carson Wentz. That's another one of those moral victories. No, this is a fact. This is a fact. You bad. Listen, man. Listen. I ain't sitting in front of the stat sheet. I'm just going off the eye test right now. I'm not sitting in front of the stat sheet. I don't even look at stats. I look at the film. That's it. And when I watch the film, I watch the film of the Eagles game. Like, you can watch the film of the Eagles game, right? And I'm gonna put now. You know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm gonna do. You gotta have context to why we 7-7. You know the context to why. But do it explain why we're 7-7 and Dak Prescott is so much better than Carson. And Dak Prescott got one more touchdown pass. Dak Prescott is the king of garbage time stats. That's how he got 4,000 passing yards. Because after y'all lost, y'all would have started rallying and no one is out of reach. Yep. He's the king of garbage time stats. Y'all are too though. Like y'all, I swear, like y'all rallied every game that you had. Like y'all just barely beat the Redskins. Every game y'all rally at the end of the game to try to win it. Like I can't even recall the last game y'all wasn't Just like unless you get blown out like you did against us, like y'all really been like scrambling in the end of the game. A lot of y'all games came down to like the last couple seconds. Even I think when y'all beat the Packers, didn't that come down to the wire? Y'all be going hard against teams that y'all supposed to blow out and kill, even with all the bullshit that y'all got going on. So if Dak is the king, I ain't saying he ain't. He get a lot of fourth quarter. See, there's two different ways. It's called semantics, right? You got some people say, "Oh, he's a fourth quarter comeback quarterback," right? Like when Brady do it, or what's his name from back in the day, Peyton Manning. When they do it, I thought it was Johnny Unitas. My bad. Peyton Manning old as shit. But when Brady do it, it's like, oh, he's a fourth quarter comeback quarterback. You know, you can't give him no time on the clock. But when Dak do it, it's bum time. It's bum time stats. When
How many fourth quarter comebacks has Dak got this year?
I don't know.
I know you don't know.
I don't. I know you do.
Zero. So
I don't know. See, that's what,
zero.
I ain't never called him that. I just said the boy get a lot of he get a lot of drives where he could win though. I can tell you that. We could have won every game we was in. We haven't really been out of no games, bro.
Every game y'all play, y'all wasn't beating the Bears or the Bills.
What you talking about?
And I put money on both.
You wasn't beating the Bears or the Bills. What? How we built? Why not?
Because y'all didn't.
No. Why couldn't we? You said we couldn't have won those games. Why not?
Okay, I'll tell you why. Y'all lost to almost every mobile quarterback y'all played.
Why though? Yeah, I know why. I know why. No, we not.
Because your defense is overrated.
No, they not. No, they not. They playing. They playing out of position, bro.
Okay, if y'all thought
wrong scheme.
Y'all thought they were going to play in position, right?
Of course.
They're overrated.
Did you think y'all was going? Did you think we was going to be arguing over Bumble at this point in the career in this season? No, I didn't think we was going to have a problem with our defense either. But hey, shit happens, man. Shit happens.
Who's been more healthy this season? The Eagles or the Cowboys?
Oh, of course, the Cowboys. We've been healthy.
There's no reason why it should be a Bumble in place.
I mean, people.
With the injuries we got, we're supposed to be 7-7.
Oh, there we go with those morals. See, your excuses always come with a backdoor clause and shit. You like dealing with a lawyer. There's no way somebody can argue with you because you gonna lay it out there. You gonna lay the truth out there, but then you gonna lay your little trap door in there so you can wiggle out of it every time, dog. Like that's wiggle. That's wiggly.
Actually, you know what? I take that back because if we don't lose to the Dolphins, we're in first place with the injuries.
But y'all did though. Y'all lost to the Dolphins though. But you did that.
So in all actuality, in this season right now, the Philadelphia Eagles are a better football team.
You lying. Now you lying. Now you just lying, dog. You lying now, dog. Yo. No, all jokes aside, now you just straight lying, bro. Ain't no way you think. Listen, are y'all better than us though?
Yeah.
So you gonna win? So that means, and the better team should win Sunday, right?
I'm gonna tell you why.
So I mean, you're gonna win Sunday. I'm listening. I'm a reasonable guy.
If we win out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all only take one more loss to us, y'all would be 9-7, right?
Right.
And we would be 9-7. Why do we go to the playoffs if we both 9-7 if we win out?
But see, we can go to the playoffs and be 8-8 and still go to the playoffs because y'all gonna lose next week. But what I'm saying is, we can lose our last game. Y'all can't. Listen.
If we both 9-7, that's the only way we go to the playoffs. If the Eagles end up 9-7, you guys also could be 9-7. Why would we win the division if both teams are 9-7?
Because you would have to beat us, and you would have the tiebreaker if you beat us. What are you talking about?
We won't have the tiebreaker because y'all beat us too. So that's incorrect.
I'm talking about if you beat us. Give me the scientific number on why you would make the playoffs. I don't care. I'm just saying. Are you a better team? Are you a better team? No.
It's going to circle back to the point on why we better.
But listen, you trying to lead me down your path though. I know where you're going, brother. Just answer my question. See, you got right brain thinkers and you got left brain. See, left brain is I ask you your name, you're gonna say Lord Brunson. You're not gonna say nothing philosophical. Why?
It makes simple sense.
No.
We own the strength of schedule because we beat teams that you can't beat.
It don't matter. Can you beat us though? That's like boxing. Styles make fights. But can you beat the Cowboys?
We're about to find out.
No. It's a yes or no question. Can you beat the Cowboys?
Yes, we can beat the Cowboys.
Yes, you can.
We're going to win this game 20-14.
You're gonna win this game 20-14. All right. So I'm gonna call you right on Sunday. I'm gonna call you after the game. I'm gonna call you. And I'm gonna sit silent, right? And then I'm gonna play this part of the conversation back. And I want you to tell me scientifically at that point what went wrong and why we just had a full moon. It was like a Gemini moon. So why the solar eclipse and the moon didn't align properly in this ethos, and why the Cowboys, they were blessed due to the astrological alignment of the stars at that day. And but if it wasn't for that day, you know what I'm saying? You give me the 5%, Joe. No.
You're gonna get me to say
Good.
the Philadelphia Eagles gonna lose this game.
Ain't no way. I'm glad I can't get you to say that, because then I would definitely lose some respect for you if I could get you to say it. But I know though. I know how you feel, man. I know you can't say it, but I know what you feel, and I know you feel that the Cowboys are gonna whoop your ass.
I feel like that this is gonna be a tough game. I'm worried about our defense and how we gonna show up.
Now you're being honest. There we go.
About a few areas that have a big game against us. But this is what I know.
What?
We beat good teams this season.
Y'all have. I don't argue that. I don't argue that. Y'all ain't beat us though. Y'all ain't beat us. That's all I'm saying. Y'all ain't beat us. Hey, listen. All I can say to you, brother, is at the end of the day, we always play y'all rough. We gonna come to the link. I know y'all gonna be fired up. I know the gang green. I ain't going to that gang because I don't want to fight. But I know gang green gonna be the bird gang gonna be crazy out there. That's all good, fine and well. Yep. Y'all gonna come ready. But I'm just letting you know, man. Like the way I look at the team, and I'm not even being like I'm a troll. I am, but I'm being serious right now. Like this is real shit. The reason y'all not gonna beat us is one, y'all didn't get better as a team since the last time we played. I don't think y'all got more injuries. And y'all haven't hit a streak where y'all y'all look like y'all peaking. Y'all not peaking. Y'all kind of fizzled out at that point. Y'all was playing better at that time of the year, I think, than you are right now.
In the last 2 weeks, I think we found something. Granted, it was against two trash teams. I think we found something.
And what did y'all find? Our defense, see, that's why I know we the dark horse, because the beauty of this defense is they all healthy, number one, and they are that good. But we don't play that. We don't play the right scheme. So, but when we actually do it, there's 2 games. There's only been 2 games. I watched the film, bro, and you can watch it. I'll send everybody to watch it, because when I say something, I could drop the mic. Listen, it's only 2 games, maybe 3 games in the last 2 years, but 2 games where we manned up and played press man the entire game. You know what games those were? We lost one of them to the Saints. They didn't score a touchdown though, but we manned up against them all day, right? And this game versus the Rams, we manned up. We played totally different. Our scheme was different. Now, did we stunt some? Yeah, but we blitzed a lot more as well, right? So I don't know why they don't do it, but when we blitzed versus the Saints, we was all over Teddy Bridgewater ass. He ain't do shit. When we blitzed versus the Rams, we was all over his ass too. And we also played that way against New England. And mind you, yeah, y'all had a tough game against New England, but check this out. New England only scored off of our 3 mistakes, off of the block field goal, an interception, and that bullshit at midfield where we had like 20 yards worth of penalties on those punts that we had to keep going with. They scored off all 3 of those mistakes. They scored 13 points, 7 points off of interception, 6 points off of those 2 mistakes. That's it. That's all they scored. Now I could give you those moral, coulda, woulda, shoulda, silver lining joints too, and that's one of them. You see what I'm saying? So for me, when we man up and we play defense the way I know we can, the way I've watched us do it, not the way I feel. I don't give a fuck about feelings. I watch us do it. So if we play that way against you, who do you have, right? If we man up versus the Eagles and we don't play soft, cushion ass, bullshit off coverage against your bum receivers, who do you have on offense, even if this was a bum defense? Who do you have on offense that's even in the receiver court that's better than even Cooper Kupp? I ain't gonna talk about Cooks or Woods. Who better than Kupp? Nobody. No. I actually see question. See, there go that right brain again, taking you all the way down the other path. I said, who you have that's better than Cooper Kupp when you're receiving court?
I hope y'all play it that way, because you sound like a defensive coordinator. I hope y'all do it flip. And if you get eaten up by the and Zach Ertz can win one-on-one matchup against anybody in that goddamn defense. I hope y'all do blitz.
Hey, I hope we do too, because I hope we break gravy out of Wynn's legs, man. I hope he fucked up out here. He gonna end it. I ain't one of those dudes that don't want to see dudes hurt. I say it sometimes because it sounds better than when you say that if you want to be a commentator. But when it comes to the Eagles, I used to watch Mike Zordich. I watched them dudes break Michael Irvin neck. I remember that. I remember that. Hurt my feelings back then too. So when it comes to the Eagles, oh, I hope the gravy train come and it weigh a ton when it come through, man. And I hope they fuck y'all up. Everybody. Everybody.
Whatever you think we did out there to the
Y'all did
Cowboys,
it.
we
Y'all
did
dirty.
when it comes
Brian Dawkins, I remember Brian Dawkins tried to break Ricky. He broke Ricky Williams' ribs. He was punching him in his ribs, acting like he was trying to strip the ball. He's punching main man in his ribs. He used to suplex dudes on their neck. He suplexed Musa Muhammad. He suplexed Santana Moss. He suplexed anybody he could get his hands on.
So you want us to get hurt?
Y'all dirty. Y'all want people to get hurt. Y'all dirty. Y'all dirty. Y'all dirty. Y'all dirty.
Don't
Y'all
forget how
dirty.
we had Troy Aikman on the ground too.
See, you already know. Y'all dirty, bro. The Eagles dirty.
Legal hit.
Y'all used to strip the pad out the vet stadium, man, underneath the fucking AstroTurf, man. People was playing on concrete, wondering why they was getting hurt. Y'all dirty. And y'all had a jail. Y'all got a jail. Y'all still got a jail at the link, don't y'all? Y'all built a new Y'all built a new stadium and still kept the jail, didn't you? Yeah, it's a jail in there, right? What? Why? Cause y'all dirty. Y'all fuck up Santa Claus. Y'all dirty.
It's gonna be a lot of Cowboys fans locked up in that damn jail.
Ain't gonna be no Cowboys fans locked up. They're gonna be locked up for take. It's all self defense because I think Texas is a stand your ground state, so it's gonna be self defense over there. The motherfuckers gonna be like, "Look, I had to do it, Your Honor. I had no choice." Main man threw a beer at my wife.
So what you gonna do after we beat y'all?
What I'm gonna do after y'all lose? I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna listen to you tell me why you lost.
Don't act like you don't got no chance. So if we beat y'all, what you gonna do?
What? And I'm asking you. See, when we started getting into the science of it, right? You wanted to go scientific with me. So when we start getting to the science and the X and O's of why you're gonna lose, you ain't want to talk to me. I said, who do you have that is a man beater? Pause. But a man beater, like somebody who can beat man coverage or press man. Who do you have?
Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders, Boston Scott.
Bro, we already beat those two dudes. Dallas Goedert didn't play. Didn't he play the last game? I think he played. I just watched his film. Didn't he play?
Yeah, he played.
Okay. He called a 38-yarder against LVE. LVE not playing, but he called a 38-yarder against it. I remember that. I don't forget those plays. I don't remember the stats, but I remember plays. I remember that. But still lost. Did Zach Ertz ball in that game?
Listen, the reason why y'all beat us the first time is we fell into an early hole with the fumbles with Wentz.
Yeah, we're gonna stump you into another hole.
Y'all had early field position.
Yeah. Dallas Goedert gave it to us. He gave it to us. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We started that game off bad and we was never able to get back on track.
Right. But what do you think gonna happen this time?
We deserve that.
Right.
It's not gonna happen in the link.
Right. But what's gonna happen this time? We're gonna come out and be like, oh.
You know what? You wanna go to the game? You wanna go?
No, I don't. I don't want to go. I'm dead because I fight at those games. I'm dead serious. I don't want to go because I got spit on before. I don't play that. I will hurt somebody. I don't want to go to jail. I'm all right.
Man, we gonna be.
I went to the New Year's. I went to the New Year's Eve game when we played y'all on New Year's Eve 2 years ago and was rumbling. So I don't want to do that no more, man. I'm cool. I'm grown. I'm 36. I got kids and shit.
It's gonna be a whole bunch of handshakes.
Oh, with you? Oh, not with you. I know. Me and you could sit together. I was sitting with a white lawyer. They don't give a fuck. They don't care about none of that. They don't care about that, man.
That's wrong.
Yeah, you already know. Oh, no, he an Eagles fan. They don't care. Nobody gives a shit, bro. I was sitting with I was arguing with a dude with a mink coat on, Eagles fan, right in front of me. Him, his wife, and a 7-year-old was arguing with me. I'm like, y'all is out of pocket. I'm cursing out little kids, and they don't even care. They laughing. I'm like, that's crazy. I love it though. I love it though.
It's different. It's different. I've been thankful that I'm an Eagles fan every time I go.
Yo, see, I'm glad you're on here because Cowboys fans from Dallas, from anywhere else, they don't understand. Like they think that I'm like crazy or something, right? Because I talk a lot of shit. And they don't understand how much of a fan I am. And I'm not. I'm trying to be humble, but I'm dead serious. Like to be a Cowboy fan in Philly and be openly a Cowboy fan in Philly is like, it's like being the only black man in the South during Jim Crow, man. It's like that. It's like it's real shit. So I feel you, man. I feel you. Like I feel you on that. But no, I don't want to go to the game. You going to the game though? Yeah, no, I don't want to go to the game. I'll go watch the game with you somewhere. There, we can go to Buffalo Wild Wings or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Or Landmark.
I went to the last game in DC.
Oh yeah.
Good time. So
Yeah, I'll do that. I mean, you only hour out. I'll sit down with you and watch the game. We live stream from wherever we at. That's cool. I'll sit and watch it with you. I just don't want to be at, and I don't enjoy the game being at the game. I don't want to be cold for 3 hours, bro. I want to watch the game and enjoy the game. I don't want to have to listen to the commentators. None of that.
When we start doing what we gonna do with Dak Prescott, man, we're
Mm.
gonna stand up every minute of it.
Oh man, listen, man. Dak Prescott he usually fuck y'all up even when we play bad, man. Like the Green Bay Packers. Go ahead.
I know you're a boxing fan. Who you got? You got Charlo in the rematch?
No, I don't like Charlo. Both the Charlos, they just
I
at
don't like Charlo either.
nah, they just athletes. They can't box though. They just athletes. They hit hard, they fast. They like young like Shane Mosley when he was young. He hit hard, he fast, but Shane Mosley learned how to box later on in his career. He wasn't a boxer at first. He just was a powerhouse athlete. Like Anthony Joshua. They can't box either. They just powerhouses. Like they can hit hard and they move real well and they can play any sport. So they look good as fighters, but they're not true boxers where they can take your game away from you. They can't do it.
I think Sean Porter boxes better than them, but
No, he just a
know?
tough dude. He like a little Joe Frazier bull. He a tough dude though, but his career is gonna get cut short because he take too many hits from good fighters and good punches. Kush Gupta E girls want all y'all smoke, but let me see what he's saying. They be talking on Monday, huh? Explain that, AKOYE at Lower Brunswick. Whatever he said, but
I'm about to get out of here, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to the live stream, though.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I appreciate you jumping on, man. All right, peace. Yeah, I had to talk some shit to Lord Brunson, man. That boy crazy. But I know he was gonna go. Yeah, he is spamming. Yo, where's my moderators at? Yo, Antoine, get him, man. Get him out of here, man. Get him out of here. Tell this dude he gotta be on timeout for a second. You don't gotta kick him off the channel, but just all right, I'm about to put him in timeout myself. There you go. You out of here, brother. I can't have you doing that. And I'm blind, so I can't even see what you're saying. I just see a bunch of red shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. Anyway, Brunson know, man, and I know you're still watching, bro. He knows, like at the end of the day, and now that I get a chance to talk without us screaming back and forth, the reason I say, and I'm not just being a fan here, I'm not a fanboy. The reason I say the Eagles can't beat this is the reasons he's discussed as to why they are where they are. You're injured, number one. You wasn't as injured when we played the first time, and you still lost, but you're injured. Okay, you're trying to rally back against teams that are bums. You do beat them, but you're bums because you beat bums, and you'll beat a good team here or there because you have better coaching, I think, than we do. That's official. I'll give you that. So sometimes a good coach can squeak out a game if you can keep it close. So that's why y'all win those games. We lose games that we should win. Y'all win games that y'all should lose. That's a telltale sign that there's good coaching versus bad coaching. So I'll give you that. But as far as team on the field, no, you're not better than us, bro. Y'all don't have no receivers that I'm scared of. Y'all don't have a running back that I'm scared of. Your offensive line is okay. Your quarterback is good, but who he throwing the ball to? Nobody. So I ain't worried about that. And y'all defense, like you said, I didn't say it. Your defense is ass, bro. There go Law. Hold on. Here go Law. My sweet dear brother Noonsay, what's up?
Big dog.
What's good with you?
Way to handle yourself on that call, man. I'm sitting there like, man, this boy delivering everything, boy.
No, I knew he was coming with it. Brunson be coming at me, baby. He come swinging. So I know he was going to come, but I was like, all right, let's holler at him, see what he got to say. I appreciate him jumping on though. I ain't see the one yet with y'all yet. I gotta watch it after I get off here. What you?
You can slice that up, man, and break that down.
Oh, that's what I was saying to him. Like, you know what I'm gonna do. He know what I'm gonna do with it. Like, soon as y'all lose, it's going. Our voices is gonna be the background. Ain't gonna be no music. Ain't gonna be no hype songs. No nothing. It's just gonna be our voices pulling out plays, picking out all the shit that we was talking about, and we're gonna see who was right. And if I was right, I was right. If I was wrong, y'all already know I eat crow whenever I got to. But I don't think I'm wrong about this one. I'm not scared of the Eagles, man. I'm not. It's like, yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. When he was live with me on the phone, it's kind of like we was breaking down everything, and I was sitting there saying, I don't want to be confident. But dog, it sounds like everything. We got to be confident in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to get too cocky either because I'm like, that's usually when we lose, when we start talking too much and getting too happy and excited about a win. But I think this team has been humbled and tested enough due to that youth, like just being too exuberant about the stat sheet, about how good they are on paper. and exuberant about just recent wins. I think we understand now, like one win don't change nothing. Early wins don't change nothing. It only matter what we do right now at the end of the season and in the playoffs. And I feel like we're gonna have a run there. But what you thinking though? Like how you think this game gonna go, and then also how you feel about this team like making a run in the playoffs? You feel like the time is now, or what?
I mean, the time is now, and this is the great moment for their front five. And if they can continue to play the way they played last week, oh my goodness! You saw the way Ezekiel Elliott was running,
like he used to. Like he used
to. Did you see the way that Tony Pollard said, "Hey, I want some of that too"?
Man, this is the first time all year, other than the Miami game, which was kind of out of hand anyway. But this is the first time they used those two guys the way you were supposed to, which is like don't stop using them. Make teams stop them. Don't stop using them though. We stop ourselves, and I say that all the time. But people say that we being like fanboys when we say that. But when you see Zeke, I have 12 carries in the game, but he had 7 in the first half. There is no excuse for doing that. I don't care what the score is. He still can run them. Parcells used to say it's always time to run the ball. You can always run. You can always get some yardage on the ground. And running gets you a different level of payment. So there's hidden points in running, which is even if I got no yardage, if 3 people had to tackle me, that's 3 guys on the ground that just had to smack Zeke. And Zeke is hard to take down. And they got smacked by the offensive line on their way to do that. So that all adds up over time. When they're hitting you all game, it also adds up, and it makes it so that we're missing blocks or we get caught on certain plays because you're giving them enough you're on your heels too much. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel you on that, man. I feel you.
Yes, indeed. And although we've been passing the rock and we love the passing, we love to see that ball in the air. But if you go all the way back to 2014, when we ran the rock,
right.
Tony Romo wasn't asked to pass the ball all the time, right? There was a proven formula.
Right.
They took that same philosophy and tried to apply it in 2016. That's why we drafted Ezekiel Elliott. If you think about this front four on our defensive side of the ball, yeah, we're smallish in a sense, but if we can just control the time of the possession and also run the rock like we doing now,
right?
Man, it can be a whole bunch of good things happening our way.
Yep. At the end of the day, like I said, they don't have the offensive firepower to kind of get us out of here. But no team really. I haven't seen a team this year where Zeke was actually running the ball, just straight shutting down when we were firing off the ball. I haven't seen that. We get stopped. Like you could say Minnesota kind of stopped us, but I feel like our blocking scheme in that Minnesota game, I always use that with my film because our blocking scheme was like so sweet and vanilla in that game. We looked like we were pass blocking the entire game. And I didn't like a lot of the play calls and a lot of the run looks. So, you can make excuses and say that. I can, but it just don't matter. We weren't firing off the ball. We beat Minnesota with Zimmer before, when Dez was here. We beat him then in a tough game. But it was like, Zeke was running wild on him because we were smacking shit off the ball all day. All day. That's what we got to do.
When you look at it, AKOYE, if you really think about it, we had our mindset on D-Law all off season. We had our mindset on Byron Jones all off season.
Right.
We had the situation where the Ezekiel Elliott with the Cowboys thing trying to get his contract.
Right.
But you know what? I probably missed this one. It could be this right here with Travis Frederick. It could be me not understanding the fact that he actually had to play himself into shape.
Yeah.
Well,
I still don't think Fredericks is back yet. He not back yet. I think I understood it, so I didn't call him out on it. I called him out in a breakdown or two, but I didn't do a breakdown on himself or Connor Williams for that reason. Because I felt like it would be unfair to break down Connor Williams because I know he's still trying to get there, but he was playing better this year, even though I still didn't feel him, but he was playing better. And then same thing with Fredericks. I knew it was going. They said it was. I think Mark Slarick, his name is, said it was going to be like 18 months before he was back to full strength anyway, because that's what happened to him when he had it. So I didn't want to pick on the guy that was clearly still ill, but he wasn't blocking like himself this entire year. He wasn't. He's still not. But I feel like to put Looney in only sets his curve back even further. So I understand why you got to do it. You got to let him play. But Looney right now might be a little more physical to him. I think Fredericks is more cerebral, so he'll get our guys in the right place in the right gaps, which is why they pass block pretty well. He can pick up coverages. He knows who he needs to deal with. But as far as physicality, he's not back yet.
He's not all the way up to snuff.
Mm-hmm.
What about number 76?
Suafilo, he is a one-trick pony. You know, he a dude, but it says something about this, right? I think Tyron Smith is similar. And when I say that, and so is Collins. You got guys who just want to block. You know, I think our whole offensive line like that, other than Fredericks right now because he's sick. Honestly, we're all maulers. We don't have finesse blockers. Everybody does better when you let them just get off the ball and hit something. So I think 76 is that guy. You don't want him in pass blocking, and pass protection from the rip because you got to let him get in a rhythm. If he can hit the guy in front of him and inflict some pain and use his size and strength, which is his attribute, like he's physically ridiculous when he's going forward. So if you allow him to do that early on in games, I think you help him later on in games when it comes to those same guys lining up in front of him and trying to pass rush him. He might get tricked on a twist or a stunt or two, but as far as just man-on-man physicality, if you let him hit first, I don't think you have a problem. I think that's been our problem. Our line has been playing out of its identity because we are a pass-first team, so you don't want guys downfield, you know, on your kills. And when you kill, these guys are killed, and they'll kill the pass, and then they're pass blocking on a run play. You know what I mean? So they'll do that a lot, and you can't deny it. Because if you watch how they'll be blocking on some of his kill plays, Dak will be throwing a slant like on the backside, but everybody else is run blocking. So Dak has no time to hold the ball because he knows if I hold the ball for more than a couple seconds, these guys are going to be upfield because he don't change the block protection. He'll just he'll do an option route where he can hand it off to Zeke or he can throw the slant, and he'll just throw the slant. But they're still blocking, trying to get downfield, so that doesn't help them. So what they do is they say, okay, no matter what, they pass blocking and they be pass blocking even on run plays. It just don't make sense.
Man, you be speaking the truth, bro. Man, that's good stuff, man. I ain't gonna take all your time. I just wanted to call in and give you some love and adulations, man. Y'all follow AKOYE, man.
Man, for those of you who don't know, this Law Nation on the line, man. I know y'all all probably follow him already, but make sure everybody, us dudes on the moon following Law. I got dudes from Germany, like I follow Law. I'm in the UK and shit, so yeah. But make sure you guys follow Law Nation, man. Shout out to him, and for those of you who definitely feel what I'm doing here, you know, respect that man, because he definitely put me on and taught me the game. So always gonna have respect and love for Law, man, for sure.
Cowboy Nation, and I'm gonna say this one little quote.
Go ahead.
Never say the sky's the limit because there's footprints on the moon.
That's
Cowboy Nation. Let's go.
That's some shit for your ass right there. All right, bro. Appreciate it. Oh man. All right, so I'm gonna have to go grocery shopping in a second because I need some food in this house. But you guys know what it is, man. Like I said, Sunday we're gonna get together. As far as you guys ask, first off, let me highlight my meticulous cowboy. What up? South of Heaven 88. What up? Rue Glock. You already know what it is. Megatwine asked me something a second ago. I was reading it. Let me see what he said. He said our linebackers played clean and free. Our D line handled business. Oh, that's 100% for sure, man. They definitely. I think everybody on every side of the ball played their best game this season for sure. And Antoine Woods, they say who said that J Farm D? He said Antoine Woods play with gap integrity or discipline. I think we always play with gap discipline. It's just when you ask, it looks bad. It does look bad when you see gaping holes in the middle of a field. But you have to realize that if we're stunting on a play that if they know we're about to stunt based off of our alignment, our spacing, you know we're about to stunt, and you audible into a run or you choose a run play at a given time when you know we are running a certain scheme, you're going to expose that scheme. And when you got Jalen and LVE or Sean Lee playing 7-8 yards off the ball, and you got a guy stunting in front of him, like just watch the film on that Jalen video. Watch when we played Detroit this year. The reason Bo Scarborough was looking good is because of the stunts, not because Antoine Woods couldn't hold up on blocks or Collins couldn't hold up with the blocks. It wasn't that. It was the stunts. They would stunt. Every time they stunted out of the way, I marked them as red. So they're all outlined in red. So you can see every time we stunt it out of the way. And you see what happens behind them when that happens. There is nothing but space and opportunity. And Jalen is not a Nobody is though. If you did that to Ray Lewis would have been out the league in 2 years, man, 3 years. You can't do that to any linebacker. Where yes, linebackers need to shed blocks. That's true, and I got a video coming out showing Jalen doing that. But they need to shed blocks. I think LVE can too. When you ask somebody to go forward and be aggressive, they're a lot better than they are waiting to get hit. Because LVE is 265, 270, man. For real. You ain't thinking about how big that dude is. He's almost D Law size. See what I'm saying? For real. So he don't have to try real hard to shed a block if he's running downhill. But if he backing up, anybody gonna get fucked up doing that. But when you ask a dude to just say, look, man, every play we gonna have you running back trying to get under receivers routes. You see Jalen and LVE will be turning their backs to the line of scrimmage. They weren't doing that last year. And Jalen definitely wasn't doing it his rookie year. So that's why I thought the sky was the limit be going beyond. But I think last year was like a mixture of Rob Marinelli's philosophy and Chris Richard's. And I think this year is more Chris Richard. I really do. And they don't mesh real well because Chris Richard likes to play a lot of off bullshit, soft ass coverage. And I am blaming him for that because we were playing some soft coverage before he got here. Some. But we manned up every once in a while, though. We did man up a lot, and we got more interceptions before he got here. Our defensive backs were better before he got here. All of them regressed. Jay Lewis, Jordan Lewis, regressed due to the fact that Chris Richard keeps the dude on the fucking bench. He could have made a Pro Bowl already by now. He could be one of the top corners in the league if you let this dude play the way he plays, which is like he's like a Chris Harris from Junior from Denver. He can play the slot like nobody's business when it comes to man coverage. He's just a small guy that's feisty and that can play man coverage. I think that he's our number one cover corner, period. He covers better than everybody on our team because he can intercept the ball. Byron is number two, and then Cheeto would be our Swiss Army knife guy that should be in the slot. But I'm tired of saying the same shit because that's really the truth. And so Jordan Lewis didn't get better. Cheeto definitely didn't get better. Y'all ready to kill Cheeto. But when you guys know, if you guys knew what Cheeto really was and how he really could play, like you would be frustrated, but you would definitely not want to get rid of him. Cheeto is watch it. Just go look at his review of his highlight tape when he first got here when he was a rookie. Just watch it on my channel, or go look at his highlight tapes from college and just watch where he is and watch what plays he's made. He never made a play. I've never seen him made a play on a deep ball, not one time in the history of fucking Purdue. He didn't do that. He was a guy that you put near the line of scrimmage and he was wreaking havoc in the run. He was forcing fumbles, getting sacks, getting interceptions because he was faking like he was blitzing and then jumping in lanes. That's what he does. So why are we using him this way? I don't know. I don't know. But we are. So that's Richard, man. Byron Jones, he doesn't get interceptions. You're not giving him opportunities to get interceptions. If everybody's pressing across the board, then I guarantee you they're gonna start going. People will start trying to pick on him a little bit, but it's no reason to throw a ball at Byron Jones when you're gonna get 15 yards on Cheeto's side. Why would I even look at Byron Jones? So people think that Byron is covering so good because nobody throws over there. I'm not gonna throw the ball to the left when it's space and opportunity to the right. I'm gonna take what the defense give me, which is 15 yards the fuck over here. Look at where all our completions take place, and then that makes Cheeto's numbers look bad because they're like, oh, Cheeto getting completed on, and he's not. It's really y'all giving 15 yards of cushion over there. Now, do they all tackle like bitches sometimes? Yep, but I thought that was Richard thing too. So for me, I'm a little frustrated with the Richard experiment because the more success we have in the secondary, the more I look at him like I want to slap the shit out of him. I'm serious. Because at the end of the day, how do you have a dude that does that little toe tap like Jordan did, or gets sacks like Jordan does, or fucking, breaks up passes like he does, or shuts down Kamara like he did last year? How you have a dude like that on your team and he plays like he is a rookie? They play him and put him in as if he was a rookie that they don't trust. That don't make no fucking sense. It don't make sense to me. So I don't like that. I'm not that type of boy. If I come in a room, I'm gonna respect whoever real in that room. So if we doing a job and you do the job and this person don't, I don't care how I feel about this dude over here. He could be my brother. If my brother don't do the job, my brother got to sit the fuck down, and the person who does the job can do that. And are we going to take a beer, or are we going to go fight somebody? Okay, I'll go get my brother. But when it comes to getting the job done, oh no, I don't. There is no nepotism here, bro. And the fact that I can see that, it makes me upset with this team. When you watch Jalen, When does Jalen make plays? Have you seen him making plays like a deer out in 20 yards off the ball? No, he get beat sometimes over there. But even in the Chicago game, y'all not even think about it. I had to make a not guilty for this dude because so many people hit my channel talking about son, Jalen is a bum. Yo, they targeted him 4 times. That's not his fault. That ain't his fault. And they targeted him 4 times, but 5 times. But what I ask you is, did they get 5 completions? No, no. He had 3 pass breakups on 1 drive himself. That should have been the end of that experiment. Like, okay, okay, he stopped it there. That was close. Okay, he did it again. That was real close. Let's switch it up. Nope, nope. We gonna do it again. Yo, Jalen's been covering receivers. I would argue more than any other linebacker in the league this year. Him and LVE, they're running with receivers all day. LVE is 2 fucking 65, a big fucking Scandinavian Viking Rolo looking dude. For those of you who watch that, he looked like Rolo or Bjorn from Vikings or some shit. And this dude, y'all got him running out there because he can run. Like, no, let him. I don't want to see, if LVE ran full speed with his James Bond villain face looking at me. I'm not trying to get hit by a boy. He big as shit. But you don't run him downhill ever? That's dumb. It's just dumb. If you say a guy can cover a wide receiver, then that means he can cover a running back, he can cover a tight end, he can cover a fullback. So if he's barely getting beat against a wide receiver, that means a fullback ain't got a fucking chance in hell. Neither does a running back, neither does a fucking tight end. So that's who they should be covering, not wide receivers. And if they were covering what's in front of them, like fullbacks, tight ends, and running backs, their run reads would be a lot better because even on a play action, it won't matter as much. Why? Because those tight ends and running backs are still in the backfield in front of them. So they can play and read and react only one thing, which is the backfield, not what's behind them all day. These linebackers play going backwards and then try to crash down and stop the run second. The run is an afterthought when these guys. That's fucking bad scheming. And yes, I did make a lot of noise about Chris Richard due to the cover 3 and the LOB. I did make a lot of noise about that. Sonny, fuck out of here. But I did make a lot of noise about the Cowboys and Chris Richard coming in here. But right now, man, like I said, I don't care how much I like you as a personality. I like Chris Richard's personality, but as a coach, uh, I don't know how I feel about him right now, and I'm not feeling him. I ain't feeling what he's done. His body of work is left wanting. I ain't feeling it. He said, "Yeah, you right, Rue. It'll be 3rd and 3. We 12 yards off the ball. Yeah, let's beat Philly for sure. For sure, meticulous. DJ Kai, what up? I think Jalen didn't watch your video. Yeah, I think so too, because they definitely played like it. I'm like, damn. He played like it. Jalen, if you watch the next Jalen video I'll drop, it is gonna piss you off. Like his pass rushing ability, I think is better than anything else he got. But that would be like, oh, Von Miller can run a 4.4. So let's have him covering receivers. Like, stupid. Like, this dude can get in the backfield like nobody business, man. So can LVE actually. LVE, and he stopped a lot of run plays. It was just his neck, but LVE he stopped a lot of run plays in college due to his first step. Like, he's really a Sam. They keep trying to say he a Will. He not a Will. When you watch him in college and how he stops to run, it's because he's fast. So he beats block. He don't beat him by shedding him. He get into the gap before anybody can get there, and he makes a play there. But because he can cover, we gonna use him just to cover. Like, they are not safeties. They are not corners. They are linebackers. And you ain't never heard a linebacker. You don't never think of a linebacker and say, oh man, that dude sure can fly. Unless it's like Levante David or some shit like that. Or Mark Barron, dudes that's like tweeners that's supposed to cover. But when you think of a linebacker, when you think of Ray Lewis, you don't be like, he sure could cover. No, you be like, he's gonna fuck you up. That's what you want your linebackers doing. Go and inflict some fear in the quarterbacks. But if you never blitz, and it's like a rule, I can see if you don't blitz a lot because your defensive line gets there. Cool. Don't blitz. But if you said, no, I'm going to make sure that we don't blitz because I want my defensive line to get there even when they're not, that's just stubborn stupidity. It is. So sorry about that rant, even though we did win the game. I had to go in because I don't feel that. I think we should. Yeah, K Bacon. I think he said, who said called in? I didn't know what he said. Who called in? Thoughts on D Law? Oh, Mark Holmes, what's good? What's good? My thoughts on D Law are this, man. Um, I feel like D Law is still a great player. I think he gets a lot of bad rap because he's trying to do too much. He really is. When you see him crashing a B gap, you got to understand why he's doing that. Like he's now trying to get into a gap he's not even supposed to be in. Like he not supposed to do that all the time. He does it because he knows his linebackers will back him up. But he's not supposed to do that all the time. He does it all the time because he's trying to do everyone else's job. When you see him making those hustle plays and hustle sacks, it's not really okay. He beat a guy and he whooped the guy's ass and he got there. So he's trying to do way too much. If he was just asked, to hey, man that left side, make sure anything that come to your side is a fucking wrap, he could do that. Cause he'll get through 3 or 4 blockers on any given play. I watch him do that. You guys can watch him do that. So any man who could shed 3, 4 guys on a play and then still chase down a play that's 20 yards up the field, can't tell me that's not a good player. Can't tell me he's not worth his money. You can tell me that his stats say he's not. But neither is Khalil Mack right now. He's not killing. After Hicks got hurt, Khalil Mack looked normal, right? Because it's a team game. So if you scheme for D Law to get free, you want to free him up, blitz a couple of times. When Jalen's in there taking up blocks, guess what? That means D Law getting 1-on-1. He getting 1-on-1. When you stunting all the time but break and contain and quarterbacks can just run through empty lanes, that's not good football. So that's how I feel about D Law. I feel like the scheme is hurting these guys. I feel like D Law is anybody you want him to be. I know y'all don't like comparisons, but when it comes to like JJ Watt in a 3-4 scheme, he's a JJ Watt type dude. Because if he got a guy rushing on the outside of him, shit. If you had LVE over here or Jalen over there, blitzing from the middle, or Quinn standing up over here. Imagine Quinn and D Law on the same side of the field for the game, not because of a sub package, but that's just how we're aligned because he's playing 3-4 defensive end. And then sometimes taking D Law and standing him up on the outside too. Like he could do that too. He could play outside linebacker. He could play defensive 3-4 defensive end easily. I think that's the wrong scheme for him. I think this is the wrong scheme for him, man. But if you're going to run stunts, the reason I say 3-4 because if you're going to run stunts, then you need to be a zone blitzing team. Meaning you can stunt with 3 guys, 2 guys on one side of the field. If you're playing 3-4, that outside linebacker can blitz and run a stunt with that defensive end, and they still twisting, but the rest of the team is still maintaining their gap integrity. When you try to stunt with just 4 guys, though, they have to be perfect every time. If somebody misses a spot, somebody doesn't wedge properly, somebody doesn't get back. And the reason quarterbacks run on us is because our defensive ends, Antoine Woods and Collins, are trying to get outside. They'll try to get outside to contain a quarterback. They defensive tackles. They're not supposed to be out there running with quarterbacks. You never saw did you ever see DeMarcus Ware do that? You know what DeMarcus Ware did? They said, hey, this is all we want you doing. Anything that come to the right side of this fucking field, all right? If it's a read option, flatten out, keep your shoulders aligned keep your shoulders parallel with the line of scrimmage, and then watch and read and react, and then chase the ball down. Either way, if they run to your side, stand your guy up, 2 gap, and wait for the motherfucker to come, and then choose the gap and go. That's it. That's all you need them doing. I don't need you crashing the B gap trying to chase somebody else's play down every play. Like they asking them to do too much. That's how I feel. Big body Rico, what up, bro? Appreciate you. What's up? What's up? Yeah, he said you was watching from work. Don't get fired watching the Cowboys now. They ain't gonna pay your fucking paycheck. Jerry do got that guap though. Yeah, D Law is the key in the run game, I think, Twine. Yeah, it's he the key. He the key to the run game. His sacks don't have nothing to do with that. Like he's one of the guys where if you want, you can't stop the run or sack consistently when you're always stunting because sometimes the stunt ain't for you. Sometimes you stunting to free up another man. I don't like stunting. I like straight up. Look, beat your guy. Because then I know how good you really are. When you stunting, that's why Benson Mayoa and Selvey and those guys look good because you stunting. They don't look great anywhere else. They look good here because if you got a defensive tackle like Collins who can pass rush better than anybody on this team, him and Jalen, they're the best pass rushers we have on this team, pure pass rushers. And Quinn, I forgot about Quinn, but even Quinn don't have moves that Collins have or Jalen has. They have moves on top of moves on top of moves, like seriously sickening. But I ain't gonna talk about that. But anyway, when you have guys like that are sacrificing themselves to free up another man, that's asshole retarded to me. Like that's stunting your way out of or into a play, and it works for bums. Our bum defensive linemen, they look better because of it because they don't have to beat a man. All they have to do is be fast enough to get to a spot. So yeah, they're gonna get some sacks here or there. But I like to just ask our guys to line up and just beat their guy, man. Beat your guy, and then every once in a while on third down and long, you want to throw some sub packages in there, some stunts, and get pretty cool. But not on first down, not on second down. Like that's just while you have your linebackers playing fucking 9 yards off the ball. Because if you're that scared of the pass, right, you're not gonna get there by running from the gun. You gotta smother it. Get there. Like I used to like how Rob Ryan and Rex Ryan, how they play passing team. They said, okay, you want to go five wide receivers, shotgun all day? Cool. You want to be a running quarterback? Also cool. We're gonna blitz you all day long. So you either gonna get some big plays, or if we're playing press and we're blitzing and we taking that space away from you, when they had Camardi at the Jets and Revis, you're gonna be throwing balls that you don't have time to really read the field. You're gonna have to throw off your first look every time. Now, if you good enough and you got good enough to beat our man or buy yourself some time to beat our man quick or buy yourself some time to find those open spots, then you got us. But if you can't do that, we gonna kill you. That's what I want in a team. I don't want to just play it safe. Let's come to play. Let's make them beat what we do. And Jalen is too good downhill to not be blitzing them. Almost, he should be blitzing on like 30% of his snaps. It should be blitzing. He shouldn't be covering, 50, 60% of the time. He shouldn't. He should be blitzing or at least spying or guard. Even if you're going to have him in coverage against a running back. So that way he's still looking in the backfield. And it don't matter if you play action or linebacker if he's on the running back anyway. If my assignment is guard the running back, you can play action if you want to. I'm still watching him. You can't screen past me neither. Why? Because that's my fucking man. See? It don't make sense. This scheme don't make sense. Don't make sense. Sorry for the rant. Anyway, let me go back and get some guys some love, man. Marquise Hardison, what's good, bro? He said, "Do you think switching to 3-4 would help our defense as a whole?" Yeah, yeah, I do. I do. I think it gives you a lot more options when it comes to getting the talent that you have on the field at the same time. Right now, if you only got one tech and one three tech in a 3-4 scheme, you're gonna have two defensive tackles out there at the same time. So we'll be able to stop the run a lot more effectively because you can have two three techs out there essentially playing 3-4 defensive end and one nose tackle. I think we're built like that right now. I think Antoine Woods could play nose. I think Collins could sub him at the nose and start at the right defensive end position. I think D Law can start at the left defensive end position and or any outside linebacker position in the 3-4. I think LVE would play great as a weak side, like a Ryan Kerrigan type guy. A weak side, he would be better than Ryan Kerrigan because he can cover like a motherfucker. But weeks, if you had Jalen and LVE on the same side of the field or any side, Jalen could be a middle linebacker in this scheme or outside linebacker. Rotating in every once in a while, he could do that. But if you used LVE as a weak side, strong side, outside linebacker, meaning he would be standing right over the tight end every time. He's covering that tight end. I would love him at the line of scrimmage pressing Dallas Goedert or Ertz every play. Then you wouldn't have to bring a corner like Byron or Cheeto inside to cover a tight end ever. You could do that all game. Then I wouldn't have a problem with him covering all game because he's right there at the line of scrimmage. He's either, and you don't know what he's doing. He might be blitzing one play and Jalen might be covering him, or he could be covering that play. But at the very least, even when it comes to the run, he ain't 9 yards off the ball trying to shed a block. He only got one man to beat on that run play. That's that tight end that he's in front of every time. That I love. See what I'm saying? So I'm not just saying this shit because I like 3-4. I'm saying like we need to play. We have a fast flying physical team, but we trying to get them to play cute and all over the place. Like that's not the type of team we got. We got a physical team that does want to run and rally to the ball. The best scheme for that is not space and opportunity cover three. It's not that. It's press man and either press man and run a like a 4-3 hybrid where sometimes we have a guy standing up on the edge, but we really like the Jaguars. They run 4-3, but sometimes they in 3-4. Sometimes they got guys standing up. Sometimes they do the crawl technique where everybody's standing up. We don't do any of that shit where you see everybody standing at the line of scrimmage. You know how hard I remember Buffalo was playing Romo, and Romo had to come back he came back from a deficit. We beat him, but it was crazy because they used that crawl technique that entire game, and we didn't know what the fuck they were doing. He couldn't make pre-snap reads at all. That eliminates a pre-snap read because you don't know who coming. You know who does that right now? The Colts do it. The Jaguars do it. The Rams do it. Certain teams do it now. When I say crawl, that means everybody's standing up except for maybe your nose tackle. But that's a thorough ass defense. We don't get creative like that at all and make it so that we have athletes on the field that and we make you beat our athletes. We don't do that. We just say, listen, just rally to the ball and tackle it. That's not good football. Montana 808, what's good with you? He said, Koye, big dog, do you believe that the Rams woke a sleeping giant, or is this just all a stunt to get the Cowboys fans to hype up and re-sign Jason Garrett? That's a good question, actually. That's a great question. Um, I think it could be a hype job. And when I say that, the Rams aren't the best team. They're not the best team in the world right now. They have been playing better. Now, check me. They won 5 out of the last 7, and now 5 out of the last 8. Right? They won. That's pretty good. They've been playing pretty good football since they got Jalen Ramsey. They did have a hurt corner, Hill. I think he was hurt, so that played into some of it. But if we would have beat them in the air, then I would have said maybe because they were hurt at the cornerback position. We didn't beat them in the air. We beat them at what they're good at, which is trying to stop the run. Um, and we beat them without anything pretty. It wasn't trick plays. It wasn't flea flickers. It wasn't a bunch of fumbles and shit like that. If it was a messy game, I would agree with you and say, okay, yeah, we beat them, but we didn't convincingly beat them. We just barely beat a team because of certain circumstances. Like when teams beat us, where it's like, okay, your kicker missed a field goal that he should have got. All right, yeah, we won, but we know we probably should have lost that one. You know what I mean? Shit like that. The Jets know they probably should have lost that game. Cause you know what I'm saying? The Saints know Zeke didn't fumble. He didn't fumble. Witten did. But if we don't fumble 2 times and you beat us by 2 points, I mean, if you beat us by 2 points and no touchdowns, you ain't scored a touchdown, the Saints, and we fumbled twice, that shows you how hard it is to beat us. When you play in Minnesota and you barely beat us, you beat us by, I think they beat us by like 4 or 8, I don't know, 4. But we lost by 2 twice to the Jets, to the Saints, and then we lost by 4, I think, to Minnesota. And all those games were winnable, even with turnovers. We lost the turnover battle and still had a chance in those games. So this game, no, I wouldn't say it was a hype job, bro. I think we honestly just played better football, more better execution, and I think defensively we stopped trying to be so pretty and we just said, look, let's smack him in the mouth on both sides of the ball, and we went out there and executed. So could for a young team, it could trick them. They could start feeling themselves again. Hopefully they don't. But if they keep their foot on the gas, I think this team can beat anybody, which is the reason why we want Jason Garrett fired, right? Because you guys notice this team can beat anybody. And if they can truly do that and you believe that, which I do, right? Then why would you want a coach who can't figure out a way to win with a team that you really believe in? If this was the team the teams of old, where Parcells just got here, we had Quincy Carter and Chad Henne and dudes who we just knew, hey, we ain't supposed to win. We ain't supposed to win. We are losers. So we had Dat Win and Dexter Coakley and Leroy Glover, those guys. We had to go draft players that like kind of gave us energy again, like Roy Williams and shit like that. We still had Darren Woodson playing. Like, yeah, when we had those teams, yeah, I could say, yeah, those teams weren't very good. But and you can't get frustrated about losing when you know your team's not very good. Like Lord Brunson, he seemed pretty calm today. But when you have a team that you really do believe in, that's when you start getting frustrated with your coaches, and that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at right now. Yo, Pat, appreciate it. Oh, I like that Dogo Argentine that you got for your avatar too. I love those dogs, man. I'm a dog dude, man. I got a Great Pyrenees out back. He like a fucking wolf. He eat you. He said, brother from another, keep grinding, big dog. I appreciate you, man. I definitely ain't going nowhere. You already know I'm a grind. I appreciate y'all supporting, man. Listen, any of y'all can support this channel. Y'all want to see better breakdowns? You can support this channel by going out to patreon.com/AKOYE. And literally, I know I sound like Save the Children. Like, I need a fly that can land on my eye so I look like I'm starving and shit. But like, yeah, for $1 a month, you can support the Okoye channel. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. It's real easy, man. Just do it, because at the end of the day, I'm not banking on it for my bills. My light's gonna be on, man. But I'm just saying, like, make it simple for me to sit down and invest in the things that are gonna make this channel do what it do, and I'm doing that because I ain't got nothing else to do. I like this shit. But anyway, I ain't shutting it down yet. Rue Glock, he said Wentz has 11 fumbles in his last 5 games. That's what I was saying to Brunson when he was on here, man. Brunson was talking all this shit. I'm like, yo, Wentz got fumbleitis, man. He playing like a pussy. Yeah, I miss Roy Williams too, Faith. Yeah, I do. He said, what the fuck? LOL. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is silver ancient. I don't know. But it sounds funny. Uh yeah, how about that catch Witten made? How about that throw by Dak? It's like, no, man. That was a hell of a catch, but he shouldn't have had to do all that, man. That was bad. That was a badass throw. But at least he admitted it though. I listened to that. I was watching Law Nation after the game, and he had 105, the fan, I think, or talking to boys, I think, was on. And I was listening to it, and they talked about the fact that they let Dak talk, and he talked about the fact that he needs to deliver a better ball. So, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. I respect that when people actually own up to their shit. Antoine said, Megatwine, he said, the D line played as a team. Nobody tried to do much in the Rams game, do too much in the Rams game. That's why that was a position in the entire game helping the next man. Yep. Y'all hit that like said. Yep, you're right though, Twine. We were in position due to we weren't stunting as much. And I think we understood what the Rams did to us last year. And it took us a whole season to figure it out, but nobody paid attention. Last year, we looked okay going into the playoffs. Defensively, we looked great. And everybody's like, oh, Jalen and LVE, this Van Jalen. But McVay studied our film for the whole season. And then when it came to the playoffs, he put a game plan together to kind of kick those guys in the nuts. And it took us an entire year to figure out that ain't going to work no more. Because once it's just like a quarterback. Once you put enough tape on film, a rookie quarterback will look great. But once you put enough tape on film, that next year is going to be harder for you. Why? Because everybody know what your tendencies are. They know how to fluster you. They know how to frustrate you, right? And you watch the Rams game, you watch us get our asses handed to us on the ground. And every team that we played this year that gave us trouble, especially defensively, gave us trouble. They played us that way. They just were reach blocking our linebackers all day, and instead of LV and those guys running free like they should be, they're getting hit in the legs almost every play. You got Jalen. Now if a guy dives at Jalen knee, he thinking about that. He making business decisions, and I don't blame him for all the shit he dealing with right now. He's still, as we speak, he at home doing some sort of treatment on his foot because he still got drop foot and he still got nerve damage. He still don't feel his toes. So of course he's not, too happy when a lineman dives at his legs and rolls over under him. Yeah, he jumping over that. He trying to get away from that. I mean, they know that he's going to be skittish when it comes to that. But to protect your legs, there's a way to protect your legs. Keep your pad level low and don't wait for blockers to decide what they're going to do to you. Go meet them shoulder to shoulder. Go meet them with your hands before they get a chance to launch like that. But he only could do that if you tell him to go forward. And we weren't doing that. So enough of beating up Chris Richard, beating up our linebackers in the way he uses them. But you guys know I ain't bullshitting. You know it. I ain't bullshit. Tristan Hill. Tristan can play. He can play. I watch Tristan when you don't ask this dude to stunt and you just say, yo, control your gap. He did that. He do that real well. He do that real well. Two gapping, like holding this guy up and flowing to the run. He does that very well. So for Tristan Hill to be this pariah on this team, I understand he's young, but we don't have guys that are like world beaters playing in front of him. I understand him starting behind Michael Bennett. I understand him behind Collins, and I understand him behind Woods. But he should be in that 4-man rotation right there. I think Tristan can play, but this team is very weird. Listen, we have a package where we bring in Josh Jones to guard tight ends, right? Which I like. I do like. On third downs, we do it. Number 26, you'll see him in there. Josh Jones, though, is a 6'3" Darren Woodson prototypical safety who runs a 4-4, can cover. I remember him coming out of college. I wanted him, and he went to Green Bay, and I'm like, he can cover, he can hit, he's vicious. He's sort of like a Taylor Mays type dude. He's fast, big, and aggressive, but he can cover better than Taylor Mays. So for him not to ever see the field, I know you want to get him in your scheme a little bit. I guess maybe get a training camp or two in and let him kind of develop with us. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he doesn't know enough plays. There are other things that factor into that. But Josh Jones is a good player. Wilson, I think Chris Richard has grudges. I think he has grudges. Like, you ever notice last year he let Kevon Frazier play in the Detroit game? Do you remember that? Kevon Frazier got beat. He was in cover 2. and he got beat because he tried to crash down. He's Kevon Frazier is not a cover two safety that's supposed to play deep quarters or deep thirds of the field. He is a guy that you want to put in the box. They played him in cover two. He out in space, and Golden Tate beat his ass. He whooped his ass for a touchdown. And then I haven't seen Kevon Frazier much since then. He got hurt this year, but last year I didn't see him much since then. But only person who can survive bullshit play for some reason is Anthony Brown. When Anthony Brown just misplays and don't play well, they will keep him there all year. They don't give a fuck if Anthony Brown fuck up. But anybody else fuck up, you don't see him no more. You remember Wilson? Wilson came back this year. He injured. He was injured, but he came back. Donovan Wilson. He came back this year. He had one play, I think it was again in Detroit. But he had one play where he missed. He was trying to crash down on a. He was playing single high safety. He came down and missed a tackle. Had a bad angle, but it wasn't his fault. It wasn't like it was his man. But he gave up a touchdown to I think Jones. Haven't seen that kid since. Not once. So to me, I think he got grudges. I think him and Jordan Lewis, like 2 training camps ago. Shout out to Tyson, West Coast Cowboy, because he said it. He said, "Yo, he was at training camp. He said, I think Jordan Lewis is having some beef with Chris Richard." And I said, "Damn, why you say that?" Because we on the phone. He was like, "Yeah, because you can see him on the sideline. He don't look real happy." And he had an interview with Jordan. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna put it up here. He interviewed Jordan Lewis on the sideline, and he was talking about it, and you could tell it's true, but he can't speak on it. But he's sitting there signing an autograph, and he just kept his head down. He looked up when he asked him the question about that. He just looked. He said, "I'm just here to do my job and do what I do, man." But players like that, like he's the type of guy where I would be remiss, I would be pissed off if he left his team and his career fizzled out, or he left his team and did great because he's one of our better players. Like Jordan Lewis is a rare talent when it comes to his coverage ability. Will he give up a player too? Yeah, he will. He like Asante Samuels with that because he will gamble. He will give up a player two diving for a ball that he think he can get his hands on. I don't mind that though. Give up a player two. But if you're giving me plays the rest of the season, if you give me 8 interceptions and you gave up 2 big plays, I don't give a fuck if you gave up the 2 big plays, to be honest with you. Because those 8 interceptions, I'm pretty sure they put us in position to win way more games that way. See what I'm saying? So you gotta take the good with the bad. And for them not to have Jordan Lewis out there, I keep saying it. For them not to keep him out there, for the last 2 years he hadn't been playing that much because of that Green Bay debacle, I think it was, because Chris Richard holds grudges. When Aaron Rodgers, I don't think Chris Richard was there yet though, but when Aaron Rodgers threw over Jordan Lewis, I think Chris Richard came in and watched that film and said, "Nope, he 5'10", he can't play for me." That's crazy. That's crazy. It don't make sense. Yeah, get the likes up, man. I got 94 of them, but yeah, give me some more. I don't mind likes. Give me likes. Give me whatever you got. He said, "How you feel about Cheeto moving to safety?" I don't like it. Yep. Nope. I don't like it. Fred Gibson. Um, I don't like Cheeto at safety. I like him at nickel. If you wanna use him at safety like we use like they just watch some Charles Woodson film for those of you who had Game Pass. Charles Woodson would play safety, but he would decide when he wanted to play nickel. So you can come out in your base formation, right? It's a crazy defense that they were running. They were running a 3-4 scheme, right? But Charles Woodson would be the free safety. He would come down and play nickel corner in the slot, and you would still be in your base formation instead of going to nickel. They wouldn't go to nickel. They would make the strong safety play single high, and they would bring Charles Woodson down into the nickel, and he would either blitz from there or he would play man coverage. And he used to wreak havoc from there. I think Cheeto is a guy, honestly, that you account for him. You give him an assignment for every play, but I don't think you give him anything that's in rhythm. I mean, he should be randomized. Just move him around. Move him around. Cheeto is really a lot better than you guys know or think. Just watch his college tape. It's not like he forgot to. If we tried to use Cheeto like he was playing in college, in the slot and blitzing, and he was still sucking from that, then I would say Cheeto is a bust or he's bad. But we don't use him that way at all. We don't ask him to do none of the shit that's on his resume. That's like me going to go get a job and they say, "Yo, I'm good at commentary. I can speak." But all they have me do is do sign language when I get here. Like, I'm not using none of my gifts. So why the fuck would I do good here? I'm not doing nothing that I showed you I could do when I got here. Same thing with LVE. Same thing with Jalen. Jalen got film. He got tape on top of tape of him pass rushing. I mean, with his hand down, pass rushing. Teams wanted to use him. They said that you can use him in any linebacker position you want. You can make him a specialty rush man, or you can do whatever you want with him. We just do one thing with him. Just say run and cover. That's it. That's not smart football, man. Yeah, go watch his college highlights, man. Y'all gonna see. Yeah, no cap. Antoine, like no cap. You already know he would be good at nickel, man. We already know. Thanks, Brundle Fly. I appreciate it. I like my content too. Saying I appreciate y'all watching. Deffy, thanks, man. I appreciate you too. All y'all that support me, man. I definitely, like I said, I'm humbled by that because I could be sitting here just running my mouth to one of my homies. I used to do this all day in the bar when I used to run bars, but we wasn't getting paid for that, and it wasn't nobody else listening but me and you. So me and them. So I do appreciate that. It's definitely motivating because the only reason I can sit through an 8 hour breakdown is not because y'all paying me so much money. It's because I know you're gonna watch it and I can engage and see how you guys respond to it. So that's what motivates me to get up and do this shit anyway. So like I said, I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching the way you do because I like doing this shit. I really do. I could be at the grocery store right now. I know my fiance probably upstairs ready to divorce me, or you can't get divorced. You're about to break it off. I don't mind. I married the game, and the game is major. Stop it. Don't tell her I said that either. Hater. Anyway, Haley 94. He said Donovan Wilson tagged the Rams wide receiver on the last 2 point conversion. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I got to watch the full film. I'm breaking it down now, but when I break it down, I don't watch it when I'm compiling the footage because I don't want to have to watch it that many times. So I'll sit there and just watch like something on my computer while it's compiling, and then once it finishes, then I start looking at the film while I'm breaking it down. But they just released that at 12 noon, so I'm still doing it right now. But I didn't want to put out I got a Jalen video. Y'all let me know right now, man. Like, if y'all gonna watch it, cool. But I got a Jalen video that I want to put out, but I was gonna hold it because I just put out a Jalen video, and I was like, if I back to back this joint, y'all might not watch it because y'all gonna think it's more of the same, and it's really not. It's all Jalen coming downhill and showing you what he can do as a pass rusher, and showing you what happens when you allow, like when we had Matt Eberflus his rookie year, showing you what happens when you allow Jalen to just read what's simple to him. If you say Jalen, the running back is yours this whole game, I guarantee you he's gonna have a lights out game because he can read that. If you say Jalen in coverage, if the tight end's on your side, then that's your side. That's your man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you got that all game. If he's not on your side, then you can blitz or you can watch the running back or read the backfield. Okay, you could do that all day. But if you say before the game, even before the play even start, Jalen, we need you to get 15 yards off the ball and don't let no wide receiver behind you. What happens on the play action? Jalen will run down to the line and then he turns his back on the quarterback and sprints underneath whatever route he need to get underneath. That happens sometimes, but for the most part, you want your linebacker playing with his eyes on if he's in zone at that, you want his eyes on the quarterback. You ain't getting an interception if you running upfield with your head turned. It ain't happening. All of our players do that. Yeah, Jalen was a better. Well, I can't say that he was a better pass rusher, but I could say that he was more destructive at the line of scrimmage. The faith he was more disruptive at the line of scrimmage in college than he was in coverage. But he did have a rare. He still does. Like, think about this. Jalen is not getting his ass whooped by receivers, but he's just on receivers too much, I think. It's not like he's getting his ass whooped. He can cover a receiver. He covers, honestly, better than I tell you about he covers better than Woods. He's not a well, he's probably more rangy than Woods too. He's just too big to be back there. But Jalen covers better than Xavier Woods. I think Jalen covers better than Heath too. Honestly. If you put Jalen on the tight end, I think Jalen can cover that tight end. Like when Jalen makes plays, he makes plays on wide receivers. So I do think he could cover a tight end, and a tight end can't punch Jalen the way he can punch those guys off the ball. They can't just throw him out the way. So he can cover. And I don't say you shouldn't cover the guy. You shouldn't have him coverage. He just shouldn't do it every fucking play. I just don't. I don't think. I don't. You said LVE ain't a Sam. Oh, LVE is a Sam, bro. He might not have a physicality due to his neck to play Sam, but when you watch him play Sam, a Sam linebacker is the first man in. Like he's like the front lineman. When LV is the first man to attack, he destroys shit. If you don't believe me, you know what I'm gonna do. You know I'm gonna make a whole film about it. But you don't gotta believe me, Mr. Anonymous. You just gave me some footage. I'm gonna go ahead and write that down. I'm gonna do an LVE downhill video, and I guarantee you, I'm gonna shut that noise up because LVE is a motherfucker. I don't need like y'all know I was killing LVE. I was doing it all year, talking about how he can't, he can't tackle, he can't shed blocks. But then I said I'm not being fair to the bull because I went and I started watching the footage and watching the film. And when he's coming forward, when you ask him to come forward, he sheds blocks. Not only sheds them, but he make them look dumb. So like that he can do. You know he can do it. Matty B, he said, "What's up with the first kickoff out of oh that boy man? What's his name? Shit, Fryback or what's his name? Not Barth. What's his name? I don't fucking know his name. Farth. uh, yeah, he can't. He don't got a lot of leg. He don't got a leg, man. But he can definitely kick a field goal. So I don't know. I'm tired of this special teams bullshit. I feel like if we just solidified that, even if we were just average, Forbath, that's his name, Forbath, Forbath, Farth, Forbath. Yeah, it sound like some shit from Fargo or something. Kai Forbath. He sound like a murderer. He said LV ain't a Mike. Um, yeah, I wouldn't say a Mike. I would say he's a Sam though. He could play Mike though. He could play it. Mr. Anonymous. You said we think you think we impose our wills, Kerry. I think we do too. Yo, what up, Dallas Cowboys? Yeah, that's a hell of a name. Hell of a name. Yeah, he's a system kicker. You said, yeah, DBZ character. Yeah, he sound like a murderer, like Kai. Kai. Well, that's the dude from Star Wars, Kylo Ren, ain't it? Ain't that his name? Kylo Ren, some shit like that. All right. Okay, let me see. Okoye, keep this up. What's up, Kenny? How you, man? I'm going back up and saying, spreading some love to some of y'all because y'all been going bananas in the chats. I appreciate that, but it's going so fast, and I'm trying to get to my points, so I wasn't really listening. And then when I read one question, I go on another rant and start talking, and then guys were calling in. I know there's been a long ass live feed, so I'm not going to keep y'all forever. But I haven't done a live in a minute. So I felt like talking shit, and I hadn't got to say what I had to say because, like I said, I had some unfortunate deaths in the family. And not I said deaf, so I'm sorry. My cousin's not dead. One of my friends is. My cousin is in ICU though, so there's a lot that we were dealing with that. So I really didn't get a chance to respond or react as fast as I wanted to. But prayers go up to those guys, man. A friend of mine, he's a comedian from Comedy Central, passed away. Chris Cotton, rest in peace, bruh. He was definitely on his way. He did a lot of work with Artie Lang. He was, like I said, he did the red carpet on Bruce Willis's roast, and due to the grind, man, he like me. He was grinding, at first for nothing. He wasn't really making no bread doing it, but while he was grinding, he pulled over on the side of the road, tried to get some sleep, and I think he had took a sleeping pill. I'm not sure. I don't want to lie on him. I'll find out the story from his brother soon, but he took a sleeping pill or two, and while he was asleep, he must have had an asthma attack or some sleep apnea, but he ain't make it. So yeah, haven't been on. But yeah, not trying to make you guys sad or no shit like that. Just letting you know what was going on. I'm not sad. I'm okay. We all passed, but he lived a good life. He lived doing what he wanted to do. So I don't feel no regrets. I don't think he does either. He wouldn't want you crying. I know y'all ain't crying anyway. Y'all know. They're like, who is this guy? He said Nick Saban. Um, I like Nick Saban. I don't think he's gonna be in the league though. I think he's gonna stay where he at. But I like Nick Saban. I like Urban Meyer a little bit more. I think Urban Meyer will come in here and give us a cerebral yet tough temperament where our players are film first, but then tough on the field. So, I like that. I like that. Appreciate the praise too. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm making a hype video. Andrew, man, you the one who used to bet with me, man. I don't like mybookie.ag. That's just I shouldn't say that shit. They're a fucking sponsor. Sorry. I don't like them though. So I don't like mybookie.ag. So I don't like putting videos out for them because I don't want people betting on their forum. But um I will find another one and I'll start using that option as opposed to mybookie.ag. I just got to find another site, maybe DraftKings or something like that. I'll get somebody else to sponsor me. But yeah, Urban Meyer, I like. You guys know what it is. Let me see. Let me just go back up and give you guys some love, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But let me see what y'all saying. Let me make sure I ain't missed nothing that I want to touch on. Oh, you said Maddie B, you want to sign a petition? Um, there's a network that I want to be a part of out there. I think it's called Boss something, Boss Sports. some shit like that. But I would definitely go for a gig in the Cowboy organization, just watching film for them. I'll start sending them film for free if they want. Like I would definitely do their breakdowns because they definitely need the help. I can promise you that. Because if you break down every player, not only the player themselves, don't steal my idea, you motherfuckers. But if you broke down every player on your own roster and gave it to them, like, listen, these are things that you could do to get better. I'm giving you this breakdown. Do these things. Think about these. And also to the coaches, these are the things that these guys do well. So when you think of this particular package or think of this particular situation in the game, think of these players because this is what they do. And break down the opposition so that you can also give the good, bad, and the ugly for your opponents. I do it. I do it with boxing. Like when we break down fighters, so that's where I get it from. Like we'll break down a fighter, analyze him, give you all of his ticks, all of his tendencies, and I don't put them out that often, but I'll give it to a fighter and like, listen, watch this, and they'll know. They'll come back to me. They'll know exactly what that guy is about to do to them in certain situations based on repetition and film. So I would definitely love to do that for an organization. I just don't think that they value it as much right now because they don't understand that it's something that would definitely the Patriots wouldn't need no sideline signals. They definitely wouldn't need that. I promise you. Hardison, he said, I think so too. Appreciate the shout out. My name is pronounced Marcus. I know I always do that. Marquise. Your name gonna be Marcus. Your mama call you Marcus. I'm gonna call you Marquise, nigga. It's like no, Marcus. It is. Excuse my French. But let's see. What else did I miss? I can't get up no further in the chat. So let's go back down and let's give our players of the game they accolades, and then I'm gonna get out of here. General Lee, Sean Lee, definitely defensive player of the game, along with Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis has been like the player of this month. I think Lee's been the player of the game, filling in for LVE, and he came in and he played like he played in a way that I haven't seen him play I think in a year or two, and that's due to his injuries. But yeah, Jordan Lewis definitely stepped up too. So those guys on defense, you guys will see two breakdowns. I'll do like 2 3 minute game ball videos. I'm not gonna do a full breakdown, but I'll do a breakdown of this one game and the plays they made in this game in a breakdown. And I'll separate them. They'll be like 2 3 minute videos, but I'll do those, and then also game ball goes to Zeke and Tony Pollard, who I think was definitely thunder and lightning this week. It was all Thor this week, man. They was coming and they was bringing it, and Zeke definitely is. It all goes through Zeke. If Zeke is punching you in the mouth as a defense, and then you have a guy who can come and run through those lanes and with the burst that Zeke doesn't really need to show. He has it. He could jump cut here and there. He can accelerate when he need to. He almost broke a few, but I don't even care. I really don't care. I don't. People tell me that Zeke has changed. Zeke is what 2 yards out of third place or fourth place in the league in rushing. Okay, by the end of the season, if we depending on how we stomp the Eagles, and if he wasn't so generous, like if he wasn't letting Tony Pollard get in there, and he just decided I want to rack up more yards, he could. He don't do that. He get out the game, let the young pup eat. Because even though young pup is like making people say, "Oh, let's keep Tony Pollard and get rid of Zeke's check," Zeke still be like, "Yo, go ahead, pup, eat," because he ain't selfish like that. See what I'm saying? Like, that's just a different. Now he a different guy. I like Zeke, man, and for him to still be, second, third in the league, I mean, fourth in the league and running with Tony Pollard in there, that says everything you needed to say. And if Zeke can finish this season against the Giants and the Eagles strong with, let's say, 300 yards between those two games, 300 rushing yards between those two games, he might even finish first in the league in rushing. And if he finishes first in the league with Pollard behind him, I want everybody who talk that shit to eat crow. Even Baldy, Brian Baldy. I don't have nothing personal against those guys, but as analysts, oh man, as an analyst, he's weird. He's a weirdo. He did What Happened to Zeke. I had to do a What Happened to Zeke video because of it. And then this week, all of a sudden, Zeke is Superman. Like, come on, man. You just said 3 weeks ago that the dude is trash. Skip Bayless, too. Don't get on his ass now. Like, don't be riding now. Like, you gotta get out of here. With Dak leading the league in passing yards at that. Think about that. Like, think about that. That would definitely piss me off. I think even if we won a Super Bowl, these coaches would still be fired with that type of stat. Because if you're 8-8, 9-17, and you got the leading rusher, and if you say, "Oh, you got the leading passer and the leading rusher," and you got a average year, like that's somebody did something horrible. Can you hit me in the DMs for picks of the week? Yep, Andrew. I told you I don't forget nobody, man. I remembered your name, didn't I? Yeah, I don't forget nobody. If you talk to me and we talk and we speak, like shout out to Sage. Shout out to Andrew. Shout out to Megatwan, Eddie. There's a lot of y'all that I reach out to or that reach out to me, and we've built up game changer. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all reach out, not just I talk to anybody who want to talk football who really genuine dudes. Like if you genuine, hit me up. I'm not no asshole. I'm not like that, and I definitely will listen when it comes to um, suggestions. So I call y'all my AKs, man. And those of you on Patreon who support too, y'all my AKs, man. So like anybody that's Team AK, definitely get at me in my DMs and I'll rap with you. I respond, especially if I remember you. I respond. He said that got fingered. What? Oh man. Uh, Jimmy Scripps, what's good for the win? Yeah, we gonna win. He said the dude helped the whole team get going. Yeah, I think Zeke is that. But listen, I can keep going all day. I know y'all probably like in rush hour on your way home or something like that. That's what made me stick with it. Like I said, my girl's definitely she kept coming down here. She wanted me to go to the supermarket. I told her like, listen, man, listen, doing a goddamn breakdown, goddamn. I ain't say nothing like that. You know I did. But yeah, I got you, man. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm about to wrap up in a second. But like I said, I'll go ahead and put those videos out. I will do a hype video. This is what y'all could do though, for those of you who still on here. Um, Give me some music suggestions for the hype video, man. I don't want to keep using the same soundtrack like the Eagles did when they did "Dreams and Nightmares" by Meek Mills over and over again all year. I wanted to do something other than "Win, Win, Win, Win," but that J Rock song is definitely hot. But yeah, give me some suggestions for soundtracks for the hype video, and that will inspire me. Because once I listen to a song, that song will play in my head, and I'll get visions as to what clips I want. So just shoot them to my DMs. Hit me on Twitter. For those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, I'm at AKOYE media on Twitter. Make sure you guys go out there and follow me. I will start to respond a little bit more and talk more shit out there. For those of you, like 207 of y'all, 212. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button before you get out of here for sure. But yeah, follow me on Twitter. Go out to Patreon. Like I said, you guys can make suggestions there for whole breakdowns, but you can also DM me any suggestions for soundtracks for hype videos. Or I mean, I'm gonna read the suggestions anyway, regardless of whether you use my Patreon or not. It's just Patreon is just a way for you to support me for taking on your suggestion and doing that breakdown. But if it's a good suggestion, my trainer taught me a good conclusion is a good conclusion, no matter how you wind up there. So if it's a good suggestion, I'll still do the breakdown. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I want to interact with you guys more. So I'll start doing these lives a lot more than just the round tables that I've been doing. But shout out to the other YouTubers that are out there who also support the channel. Law Nation for sure, Lord Brunson. Even though he's an Eagles fan, it's all in good fun, man. I like talking shit, but I'm glad you got thick. I know he got thick skin because he's from where I'm from, so that's how we do here. We talk shit. But shout out to those guys, Dallas Cowboy scouting, Vash Lombardi, Mark Holmes, all you dudes who are out there giving your time and effort. Shango, who give their time and effort to the star. So I appreciate that. But for those of you who want to go ahead and support, like I said, go out and want to give me um, suggestions. Go out to Akoye Media on IG, and you can DM me or go out to patreon.com/Akoye, and let's get it, man. But Eagles, I'm not trying to hype us up too much. I'm going to talk some shit about the Eagles, but I'm not trying to hype us up too much because I feel like we play better when we chilling as fans. The team plays better when everybody as a fan is angry. When we don't like the team, they go out and kill. When we love them, they go out and let you down, and you feel like depressed for the rest of the next 2 weeks. It's hard to get up and do breakdowns. You're like, yo, Koye only like to talk. He only talk when we lose. Yeah, because I'm pissed off when we lose, and when we win. It's like I'm chilling. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. I don't got that fire, that spark when we winning because we did what I wanted us to do. So it's not much to fuss at. It's like if you go in your daughter's room and her room is clean, you're not fussing about cleaning the room, are you? So yeah, but let's keep handling business, man. I appreciate all y'all. I'm out. Peace.